And one line from the conversation I remember that said, I woke up and I had gravel stuck to my forehead. And this whole song was born from there, which is what I have long discussions with my therapist about. It's a song called Redemption. Well, I woke up this morning in a ditch by the side of the road. Gravel in my forehead, how I got here, I don't know. And I swore it was the last time about 3 times ago. Yet here I am lying in this ditch by the side of the road. I remember drinking whiskey. Whiskey's always on my mind, I suppose. I remember trying to forget what happened. That much I know. And this stint of addiction has cost me everything that I own. And I woke up lying in this ditch by the side of the road. You see it's 12 steps up from the bottom of this hole that I'm in. That if I would just find Jesus, He would wash away my sins. But I'm not sure that there'll be redemption this time for what I've done. And I'm not sure there'll be a happy return for this prodigal son. Oh, I wish I could clean myself up and get out of this cold. 'Cause I woke up lying in this ditch by the side of the road. I once had a woman who loved me. She was my world. And I remember driving after drinking. Now she's not here anymore. These icy roads here in Colorado, that day broke my soul. They found her here lying in this ditch by the side of the road. And you see it's 12 steps up from the bottom of this hole that I'm in. That if I would just find Jesus, He would wash away my sins. Well, I hope someday that I find forgiveness as I walk this road alone. As I woke up lying in that ditch by the side of the road. Thank you so much. Well, we eased you in before we drug out the banjo.
I think before we go any further, I just want to say thank you for everybody being here today.
Thank
we
you guys
appreciate
so
you
much.
so much for coming out, enjoying this facility. Thank you, Chris, and our sound folks. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you.
Well, we did what we call a sabbatical in Washington State for about 10 years. Born in Kansas City, came back to Arkansas about 6 years ago. And around that time, we were thinking about moving back. This song popped up because I think you were ready to come back. Yes, but this is our Arkansas, our one and only Arkansas song about the things that we missed when we were on the West Coast. We did not miss mosquitoes
Snakes
or
and mosquitoes
snakes.
are not
Those we
mentioned
did not
in this
miss.
song because those
No.
we did not miss
But,
coming from Washington.
We missed the slower pace and just some of the charms that are up in these hills. And this is a song called Up in These Hills. There's a two-lane wide road leading somewhere I used to know. With each mile I'm closer to the blacktops end. See glimpses of the past in each blue rail post I pass. And out here I hope to find myself again. 'Cause there's a creek where we go fishing, where Daddy made my hug and teach me wrong from right. And there's a branch that held that tree house, and I begged Mama to let me eat supper from each night. Oh, life seemed a whole lot simpler then, before the worry and working in the bills. Life seemed a whole lot simpler up in these hills. Been chasing bright lights, finding nothing but darkness. I realized it's been forever since I've seen the stars. I heard cicadas singing a song, heard the bullfrogs on the phone. It's time I pack my bags and go back to where I belong. 'Cause there's a creek where we go fishing, where Daddy made my hug and teach me wrong from right. And there's a branch that held that tree house, and I'd beg Mama to let me eat supper from each night. Oh, life seemed a whole lot simpler then, before the worry and working in the bills. Life seemed a whole lot simpler up in these hills. Seems like I just lost myself, hell-bent on trying to be someone else. There's a creek where we go fishing, where Daddy made my hug and teach me wrong from right. And there's a branch that held that tree house, and I beg Mama to let me eat supper from each night. Oh, life seemed a whole lot simpler then, before the worry and working in the bills. Life seemed a whole lot simpler. Life was a whole lot simpler up in these hills.
Thank you.
so much. You know, we eased them in with the banjo.
That's right.
Now it's
that's
time
right.
to get murdery.
Well, we've also found out with that song, even though we tried to affectionately refer to cicadas, we've heard
We've
from
not
other
heard
parts
good
of the
things
country
about
that's
them.
not good things about cicadas right now.
Yeah, we are so sorry.
Sorry. But they seem
Maybe
to be
that's a
taking
sorry,
over.
not sorry. I don't know.
I don't know. But this song is a true story of one of the wildest things. That's one of the greatest and
Loosely-
wildest things about
Loosely based.
in a band.
Loosely based.
Okay. That we get to hear these amazing stories. We love it when people come up after shows and tell us, like, well, I have a story for you, because this could be a song.
And they usually become songs, but this one was special.
Yes, we were playing over in Eureka Springs, and a gentleman came up at the end of the night, just literally said, well, I got a story for you.
Just like that. He sounds just like
And proceeded to start telling me the details he could remember of a woman in his hometown of Glasgow, Missouri, that after a bad relationship took some matters into her own hands. So I'm going, well, I own a banjo, and you've already told me a story where somebody dies. And so that's halfway, because when you buy a banjo, they force you to say if you're going to write a song on it, somebody has to die. That's just the way it goes. Then when he told me this woman's name was Edna Pankey, the song just kind of wrote itself. So this song has 1 foot in fact and 1 foot in fiction. Hey, was that right?
Sure.
Okay,
That was pretty good.
1 foot in fact and 1 foot in fiction, and it's the story of Edna Pankey. It's a pretty good groove you got going over there, by the way.
Thank you.
Edna Pankey lived a quiet life, cleaning up the courthouse from morning until night. The next day she'd clean the building alone, but anybody who knew her never would have known that Edna shot him down in broad daylight downtown. She wasn't gonna have a man running around. She pulled a pistol from her purse, things went from better to worse, 'cause Edna Pankey shot her husband down. One morning she was mopping the jail, saw him slipping into that Happy Times hotel. The woman clinging to his arm as they made their way. Something inside her just snapped, they say, 'cause Edna shot him down in broad daylight downtown. She wasn't gonna have a man running around. She pulled a pistol from her purse, things went from better to worse, 'cause Edna Pankey shot her husband down. She watched as the driver stopped the cab, watched as the bellman went to load their bags. Just as he walked out that revolving door, right between the eyes, she wasn't taken anymore. Sheriff says we don't know what happened that day. Someone shot Al Pankey and just walked away. Judge said it's just another unsolved case. Edna lived out the rest of her day. And her obituary said on the day that she died, Edna had lived a quiet life, cleaning up the courthouse and the county jail.
Preceded in death by her husband Al.
But I've heard many a story told about a quiet little woman down at the nursing home. When asked about her husband, she'd just smile and then say, I shot that son of a, and I would do it again. Oh, Edna shot him down in broad daylight downtown. She wasn't gonna have a man running around. Pulled a pistol from her purse, things went from better to worse, 'cause Edna Pankey shot her husband down. Oh, Edna, she shot her husband down.
happens when you're trying to release an
Good old Linda.
album during quarantine is that you end up having to pause it. And then when you're in lockdown, you write a whole nother album because you have nothing else to do.
Yeah, we decided in 2020 when we released our album, we, as a banjo player, I came across a really big word for a banjo player to
You
find.
did.
You know, I must have
We-
had shoes on that day.
Yeah, we were very proud of
And,
you that day.
And pants.
And
You had
pants,
pants
maybe
on?
both, yeah.
It was a
But
good day.
I came upon the word, and we were trying to come up with an album title, and I'd written an instrumental, which is the one we opened up with, and I couldn't figure out what to call it. Came across the word peregrination. And I thought, if you're going to have and release an album during a worldwide pandemic, that just might be the best title we could come up with. Peregrination, by definition, is a journey, a particularly long and meandering one. And that pretty much describes 2020.
Yeah, for sure.
So once we finished Peregrination 1, and then we got shut down, and we're doing what we do, we decided let's just start writing Peregrination 2. And so this is going to be the first song on that album.
And this one is a little bit about our 2020, which was a train wreck. But hey, we're all here and we're back. Music saves lives for sure. And so this is a song called "Way Back Home."
You look tired, I can tell you and I've been sleeping well. You can't turn on the movies in your head and the stories that they tell. Everything can be perfect as much as we should work through. So whatever you do, take care of you. Burn that candle at both ends, but don't let the flame die away. Find a reason to relight the fire that burns inside of you each day. Oh, this journey seems easy, we don't walk the road they're on. We always find a way back home. The race is long, the path we travel is crooked and steep. But the road seems easy, we are mindful of the company we keep. Don't let others change where you're going, stay on the highway that you're on. Keep your faith, because you're strong. Burn that candle at both ends, but don't let the flame die away. Find a reason to relight the fire that burns inside of you each day. Oh, this journey seems easy, we don't walk the road they're on. We always find a way back home. Burn that candle at both ends, but don't let the flame die away. Find a reason to relight the fire that burns inside of you each day. Though this journey seems easy, we don't walk the road they're on. We always find a way back home. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Well, I think it's time to play the oldest song in the catalog.
Oh, that's right. This
Yes.
is.
This one was written in the Stone Age, right?
I believe so. It was right in between that. I can't remember if I carved the original lyrics as hieroglyphics or if they were like,
Sanskrit.
Sanskrit or something else. I think it was somewhere around like
1992, 93.
92 or 93.
That's very nice of you. Yeah. Very nice.
Have to keep that into perspective.
I know, I was going to say.
No, it's like this is a song I literally wrote the beginning lyrics in about 92 or 93 and never liked the melody. The melody didn't fit it. It took me just, so it's set for 25 years or more. And it's just one of those songs that's like never give up on your art. Never let something die. Just hang on to it because sooner or later it'll literally wake you up in the middle of the night, about 2 in the morning. And you
30
go, I
years
got a new
later.
melody, and then you wake everybody else up too. But this is a song called Cold Wind. Subtle stare, a sideways glance. We keep painting on faces and staging romance. We used up our second chance. There's a cold wind blowing in. Candles dim like perfume, but where is the passion that we once knew? We're setting the scenes as we play our parts, but there's a cold wind blowing through our hearts. There's a cold wind blowing in, silent as a stranger, making lovers just friends. And I'm not sure if a heart can mend when those cold winds start blowing, blowing. We can't take back yesterday, make the ghosts that haunt us fade away. We can't play this game no more, 'cause there's a cold wind knocking at our door. There's a cold wind blowing in, silent as a stranger, making lovers just friends. And I'm not sure if a heart can mend when those cold winds start blowing, blowing. There's a cold wind blowing in, silent as a stranger, making lovers just friends. And I'm not sure if a heart can mend when those cold winds start blowing, just blowing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whew. What an amazing space. We've been playing that song several places, and we have to say we played that song at the Odd, but I'll take this one. I think this one. Wow. Man.
Well, this next song, The Band Will Never Let Me Live Down. This is a song off our first album that I wrote when I turned 25.
Oh my gosh.
I think that would be a quarter of a
It
century.
was a quarter.
1/4 of the way to 100 years old. Wow.
Okay, well, first of all, I had a quarter life crisis, and I Googled it. It is a real thing. I Googled it.
If Google says
If Google
so.
says so, it's real. So I had a quarter life crisis. And you know, when you're 25, you want to buy a sports car, but you're 25, so you can't afford a sports car. So, you know, that was checked off. So I was like, okay, I'll do the next best thing. I'll write a song about it, and then I'll cut my hair, which was probably a bad idea. The haircut was a bad idea. The song was okay. But this is the song off of our Fragile Hearts album. This one's called Quarter Life.
The stories alive, it unravels and unwinds as I travel through my crazy life. And I'm changing each second to minute. She hear the flash by, the music flows through my mind. We'll travel to the end just like an old friend. We'll stay side by side, side by side. Sometimes I feel small like the sands that flow through this hourglass I live inside. Can't pause or rewind the sands of time as I travel through my crazy life. And I'm changing each second to minute. To hear the flies by, the music flows through my mind. We'll travel to the end just like an old friend. We'll stay side by side, side by side, through my next quarter life. And I know as I go, I'm never alone, and I don't know where this road's gonna wind. But if I don't try, and if I don't fall, I'll never learn how to fly. Each second to minute, to hear that flies by, the music flows through my mind. We'll travel to the end just like an old friend. We'll stay side by side, side by side, through my next quarter life. My next quarter life.
Thank you so much.
Well, we have had the amazing honor for 2018, 2019, and 2020 to have been nominated by the Arkansas Country Music Awards for Americana Artist of the Year. we've come to the stage that we don't know whether to consider that an honor or just to consider ourselves 3-time losers.
Graciously.
But
You know, I really think it was because of our behavior that we got kicked out.
it
though.
could be, because the very first year we were nominated, we had no idea what it was. All they told us was red carpet event.
Yeah.
So
we
I
dress
put on
up.
shoes
Yeah.
and pants both in the same day.
Miracle.
And as a banjo player, that's a big
It is
step.
a big deal.
And we went to Little Rock to the red carpet party. When we got there, we found out they were giving a couple lifetime achievement awards out to Arkansas artists. We found out the first one was a guy by the name of Glenn Campbell. And so we met the whole Campbell family. And being the banjo man in an all-girl band, it got a little bit embarrassing.
It did.
In the fangirling
You know,
department, and it was
We were
me, not them.
we were concerned about the fangirling that you were doing of the Campbells, and then they
Yeah.
announced the next.
When they announced the second one was
Artist.
Mr. Johnny Cash, that's when they almost had to take me to the car, because we met the Cash family and Johnny's sister, who is this tiny little lady that's just an amazing, amazing person.
I thought you were gonna cry when she hugged you.
Yeah, she's a hugger. So my dad was a huge Johnny Cash fan, and I grew up playing Johnny Cash's music, and so we always keep a little Johnny in the set no matter where we go. So we're going to do that for you now. I hear that train a-comin', rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on, but that train keeps it moving on down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and run. Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars, but I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep me moving, and that's what tortures me. So well, if they freed me from this prison and that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Thank you. Well, this song has a really interesting original draft story behind it. Jody, I'm going to let you tell the original draft story.
Oh, the
behind it.
original draft?
The original draft, yes. It was a
So
scary
during
few days in our household.
Yeah, keeping in mind during lockdown, and there's a lot of writing going on, and he brings this song. Okay, look, listen, and so it's sort of like you're just right there looking at the lyrics, and he played through it, and I said, "Are you having an affair?" I was like,
That was not the intent of the song.
it was
No.
it was really frightening because I was like, "Wait a minute," because he was all excited, and I hate to put a damper on the excitement, but it was worrying me. But no, it's more of a.
There was a lot of lyrical revisions that took place.
Thankfully,
after
yes,
that.
yes.
Yes.
And more about starting a new relationship and building that trust and kind of go with those first steps in that relationship. And I do like how the rewrite went. So
Thank goodness.
a little bit of us,
Like-
a little bit about some other friends.
There were some
and
really cold days this winter. You know, when it got 20 below. If I'd not gotten that rewrite correct, would not have been.
There was a
right.
lot of times where I came over for dinner and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. See y'all next week.
So this is a new song called Reasons.
I can feel it in my soul deep down. I know that this is right. One too many nights spent alone. Now I just want you by my side, and I'm running out of reasons to say I should go, and you're running out of reasons too, I know. We've been hurt, and sometimes we get in our own way. Those three words are sometimes the hardest ones to say. We're both scared to talk about forever, but I know that I'm running out of reasons to say no. You cheated on you, she did on me too. They played us both for a couple of fools. I wanna get hurt again, afraid to give in, tired of the games without any rules. But when I look in your eyes, I know I can never lie to you. And I hope what I'm feeling, you're feeling too. 'Cause we've been hurt, and sometimes we get in our own way. Those three words are sometimes the hardest ones to say. We're both scared to talk about forever, but I know that I'm running out of reasons to say no. We've been hurt, and sometimes we get in our own way. Those three words are sometimes the hardest ones to say. We're both scared to talk about forever, but I know that I'm running out of reasons to say no. Oh, we're running out of reasons to say no.
Thank you.
Time for more banjo.
Okay, we've eased you in with all that lovey-dovey stuff. Now we're going to just start doing banjo songs where people die.
Raging banjo. It's time.
So, this first song is for all the women in the audience who have ever had a really, 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 really bad boyfriend.
Bad.
You know
Hopefully
it
not
was
the
a
current
bad
one.
boyfriend when a father writes this song for his daughter to sing.
Yes.
Bad boyfriend
Bad.
song.
Bad, bad, bad. But hopefully it's not the current one. But yes, this one is a great anthem. This one is a song off of our first album.
I'm
Called-
surprised that just came out of your mouth. That's okay.
I couldn't tell you what just came out of
That's
my mouth.
okay. I like the anthem part.
Well, I think she was referring to.
I was-
Hopefully,
I
it's
was
not the
not-
current.
That's
person
what I
you're
was
with.
saying.
That's
Oh, for everybody else.
Yeah,
Got it.
for everyone else.
Got it.
Yeah. I've already had my share of this one. This one's over.
We
Yeah.
gotcha.
sorry.
Luckily, I'm
family
not- I was
family
gonna say-
therapy moment.
Yeah,
up
I
here
know. I
for
was
this
going to say.
moment.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this became the anthem, and, I found something really fun about songwriting. Songwriting has a tendency to get all your feelings out so you don't end up in jail. So, here you go. It's a song called Watch It Burn.
It's 3 a.m. I'm on the road again. Few more hours till I cross that borderline. No regrets. Looking back when things seemed good before I saw your darker side. Gasoline, a little kerosene. Light the match, walk away, never to return. I lock the door and watch it burn. I'm on the run, not sure what from. What I've been through, there's not a guilty bone inside. Bruises heal, someday I'll feel some remorse, but I feel nothing now. Gasoline, a little kerosene. Light the match, walk away, never to return. I lock the door and watch it burn. Pour the whiskey until it made him smile. Little flirt and kept it flowing for a while. Laid him down and I slowly slipped away. Gasoline, a little kerosene. Light the match, walk away, never to return. I lock the door and watch it burn. Few more miles to go, that border's coming close. A little until the suspicion fades. With any luck, those 5 trucks will find nothing of what remains. Mexico sun no longer on the run. Fear is gone and never to return. I lock the door and watch them burn. Lock the door and watch them burn. Lock the door and watch them burn.
Round of applause for the Shaker crew
I know.
up here in the front row.
Woohoo! Oh, boy.
We forgot to send out the memo that was a bring your own shaker
We
event.
did. We forgot that one. You know, this next song does
But
require some audience participation.
Sing-alongs.
Yes, it does.
I think we should,
Normally, I'll be honest. Normally, when we do sing-alongs, they're easier to facilitate because they're serving certain beverages at the places that we play, and we can say, if you're not comfortable with
little
sing-alongs,
shy.
just visit the place where they serve those beverages, and then we sound better, and
it's a
you know,
scientific proof
and
that
it's easier to do sing-alongs.
the more
but,
you drink, the better we sound. But
there's a
so
little more
sorry.
at stake here.
Sorry, we're gonna apologize for that one. But but it's a very easy sing along. All you need to know is 4 words. When you walked in. When you walked in. We'll run you through it. It's very easy. If you need some direction, just listen to this part of the crowd. They're very, very loud. Or will be.
Strategically placed.
Strategically
around
placed.
is-
Yes. Planted. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't you lie to me about where you've been. Oh, you look like trouble when you walked in.
Did you get it? Let's do one more time. Really solidify it in that mind.
Don't you lie to me about where you've been. Oh, you look like trouble when
You
walked in. That clock on the wall, it reads a little past 3. Oh, how can you say that you still care about me? The deception is written all over your face. This house that I
Oh, no more, no, now it's just a place so I can see.
That faint lipstick stain.
and the smell of her perfume is still nice. So don't you lie to me about where you've been. Oh, you look like trouble when you walked in. Let's not act like nothing's happened. Let's
Here we
not
go.
Pretend 'cause
You look like trouble when
You walked in.
That was beautiful.
there's no use in sweet talking or flashing that grin.
oh, what kind of stupid do you think
I am? So just stop trying, you can't hide it anymore. Tomorrow all your stuff is gonna be sitting on my porch, 'cause I can see
that faint lipstick stain?
and the smell of her cheap perfume, it still remains. So don't you lie to me about where you've been. Oh, you look like trouble when you walk in. Let's not act like nothing's happened. Let's not pretend, 'cause you look like trouble when
You walked in.
don't call me
Baby, and tell me not to overreact.
Got a photo from my
Girlfriends, oh darling, you can't argue with the facts.
So
Don't you lie to me about where you've been. Oh, you looked like trouble when you walked in.
Let's not act like nothing's happened. Let's not pretend, 'cause you look like trouble when
You walked in.
So don't you lie to me about where you've been. Oh, you look like trouble when you walked in. Let's not act like nothing's happened. Let's not pretend, 'cause you look like trouble when you
walked in.
give yourselves a round of applause.
That was beautiful. Inspired. Next week we'll be in Springfield. We need our chorus.
Well, we're going to do a happy banjo song about a man on death row who killed 2 people and buried them in the woods. That was pretty sarcastic, wasn't it? It was good? Was that good? There's a song called Lord Forgive Me, and it's really about a man on death row who's, when he's getting ready to face that needle, not sure if he's remorseful or not for what put him there. It's called Lord Forgive Me. Don't you crave for me. Don't you shed a tear. 'Cause this hole I'm standing in, I put myself here. And oh, forgiveness for me might be too late. Lord, forgive me. Forgive me for my biggest mistake. Temptation came like a thief in the night. And it stole her heart and breathed into her new life. And oh, forgiveness for me might be too late. Lord, forgive me. Forgive me for my biggest mistake. And that moon, it shines a little too bright. And this shovel, it echoes through this forest tonight. Two bodies intertwined, and I pass judgment with my own hand as I bury them in this ground. Though any man surely would understand. And oh, forgiveness for me might be too late. Lord, forgive me. Forgive me for my biggest mistake. And this last supper, it don't taste so sweet. One last walk to face that needle that awaits. Lord, forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a song that got us thrown out of the Midwest Folk Alliance showcase. We a few years ago we were invited to be a showcased artist at the Midwest Folk Alliance in Iowa City, Iowa, and we were there, and we were about 7th or 8th on the night on the docket, and before us was these beautiful finger-picked ballad.
Beautiful songwriting.
And just great, and then we played that
And then
song.
we show up.
We felt like the Metallica of the Folk Alliance.
The whole front row was like on the ground. They're not having it.
They're just kind of like, oh,
It was bad.
it's pretty fun though.
It was very fun.
Always resisting.
I was like, we did not get asked to
Resist.
play any house concerts.
We did not.
I think we played You Walk. We played You
We
Walked
did
In that
play
night
You,
too, and
yeah.
maybe even Watch It Burn. That was last
Yeah.
three. I think we might
Yeah,
have played.
we did. Probably in hindsight should have gone with some of the ballads, but that's fine. But we're going to play a brand new song for you guys. This is the second Peregrination because, like we said, we had a lot of time in lockdown. And let me tell you, let me give you a word of advice if we ever find ourselves in this situation again, which I hope we don't. Do not quarantine with a banjo player. Don't do it.
We don't recommend it.
Highly unrecommended. It was quite interesting. Banjos would be played at like 3 o'clock in the morning. There was no rhyme or reason to anything. It was chaos. But
Just
don't do it.
Man playing the banjo.
Don't quarantine.
It's okay though.
But he did write some other fun things that were not.
I was
on the
gonna
banjo.
say there was some very productive times.
I was gonna say I think he
Yes.
wrote more on guitar and mandolin because we were so mad about the banjo.
Could have been.
Steadfast, the aftermath of the pieces that move on. Unbound, no longer tied down. This day forward, we're gonna be strong.
Thank you. Thank you for entertaining our artsy fartsy song.
Oh, now I think you're not giving yourself credit.
Well,
So
everyone
that-
has one that's like, oh, there's this cool instrumental, and people are like, yeah, that's great. No one will ever play that on the radio, but that's okay.
Play it anyway.
So that was Peregrination 2.
It was.
Thank you. We're getting it down. It's taken a while.
We're gonna do we're gonna do another one of my songs. To this date, this is my favorite song that I've ever written. This was based on a true story. which started off as a moment where I put my foot in my mouth, which happens quite often. But we were at a show playing, and some dear friends came to see us, and I had not really sat down and talked to them very much. But after the show, I did. I got to catch up and grab a beer with them, and we were talking, and one of the ladies said, "Oh, I wish my son could see you guys." And I go, "Well, bring him out." Not reading her facial expression or her body language, which was a bad idea. But she kind of looked at me for a second, and then she goes, "Well, I can't," and proceeded to tell me the story of how she lost her son. And I was just floored and thoroughly trying to remove my foot from my mouth for being dumb. But I was just overwhelmed by the story, and I had to write it. And so I asked her, I said, "Can I write this?" And I went home that night and wrote this one in 15 minutes. And it usually takes me a very long time to write songs. My first song took me 25 years. But this one came very fast. And I love the song, and I hope you do too. This is a song called "Accidents."
He was meant to fly with a beautiful soul and a poetic mind. We fell in love, but I didn't see we were on borrowed time. His mother said I was good, the sensible one to keep him blue. But on that Friday night, I made the choice to stay behind. Oh, but accidents can rip your world apart, leave you lying on the floor screaming for your heart. And I know he never meant to leave. Oh, my love, come fly back home to me. He loved the high, making friends with his infectious smile. Never did think twice to say no to a good time. Oh, but accidents can rip your world apart, leave you lying on the floor screaming for your heart. And I know he never meant to leave. Oh, my love, come fly back home to me. And how in the world did he end up on this bridge? As I stand here, I see him smiling, saying, "Baby, just jump in." Oh, but accidents can rip your world apart, leave you lying on the floor screaming for your heart. And I know he never meant to leave. Oh, my love, wonderful soul and a poetic mind. We fell in love, but I didn't see we were on borrowed time. Thank you.
Should we get the banjo back out?
I think so.
I think it's time. Well, one of the probably quirkiest things about me is that I love ghost stories. I know way too much about them. I've been to Eureka Springs one too many times. And anywhere we go, I love to ask the hometown ghost stories, because you never know what you're going to get. So there's all kinds of different tales that we've heard. But this is our hometown, well, your hometown ghost story.
Yes. I grew up in Neosho, Missouri, just up the road a little ways
Go
here.
Wildcats.
And between Neosho and Joplin and the Oklahoma state line, out in the woods on a dirt road, is a paranormal phenomenon. God, I see some hits called the Hornet Spook Light. Heard of the Hornet Spook Light? Anybody else heard of this thing?
Oh, yeah.
Glowing ball of light that floats in and out of the woods, sometimes splits into 2 or 3 pieces. They have no idea what it is. It's been reported since the 30s and 40s. But when I was in high school back in 19-something,
19 what?
that was slick.
19-something,
19 something.
they had a film crew from a TV show called Unsolved Mysteries that came to town trying to figure out what this thing was. And I remember distinctly all of the stories and legends that came out during that time about what this spook light was, and that's what led to this song. So this is a song based on that Hornet Spook Light of Southwest Missouri. It's called Lantern's Light.
There's a dusty road outside of town. It's a road no man should ever travel down. Say if you go there on the darkest night, deep in those woods shines a lantern's light.
Some say it's a man and he's out for blood, looking for the one who stole his life. Some say it's a woman who lost a man. I say run as fast as you can. You can see it coming in the dead of night. You better run from that lantern's light. It'll steal your soul, steal your mind. You better run from that lantern's light. Is it star-crossed lovers searching in vain, or a ghost light on a phantom train? 'Cause there's engines long gone, but mine's inside a golden glow and a lantern's light. You can see it coming in the dead of night. You better run from that lantern's light. It'll steal your soul, steal your mind. You better run from that lantern's light.
So the experts came from miles around to pass judgment on that sleepy town. Said it'll be something we can't explain away. Ain't nobody seen them since that day.
You can can see it coming in the dead of night. You better run from that lantern light. It'll steal your soul, steal your mind. You better run from that lantern's light. You can see it coming in the dead of night. You better run from that lantern's light. It'll steal your soul, steal your mind. You better run from that lantern's light.
2, 3, 4. Woke up on the kitchen table. As soon as I am able, I'm gonna find my clothes and ask myself why. Then I'll pick up that bottle and I'll wallow in on my sorrow. Oh, why do I fall for you every time? Not your rapper keeps coming to this. One drink leads to more than one kiss. Just when I think I got you out of my life. Say that he meant nothing to you, that your love for me is true. Oh, why do I fall for you every time? I'm such a damn stupid fool, I keep asking you to stay. You're so intoxicating, I just can't break away. Not sure this isn't part of your plan. When you're alone, I'm your backup man. You keep me around when something better comes along, long. Say this ain't gonna happen no more. Till you're standing at my front door. Oh, why do I fall for you every time? And I'm such a damn stupid fool, I keep asking you to stay. You're so intoxicating, I just can't break away. Woke up on the kitchen table. As soon as I am able, I'm gonna find my clothes and ask myself why. Then I'll pick up that bottle and I'll wallow in on my sorrow. Why do I fall for you every time? Oh, why do I fall for you every time?
Thank you. That's a song called Intoxicating. I'll never forget when we first released our Fragile Hearts album, which is our first album, that was on there. One of our dear fans came up to me at the end of the night and said, you know, I really like that new song and your new album, but I've got a question about that song, Intoxicating. How in the world did that boy end up naked on his kitchen table?
The mind of a songwriter.
She just
It's
wasn't
better
getting
not
that.
to ask.
Yes. She
what it
wasn't
is.
sure about that. She just wasn't sure.
So I decided during lockdown to take on a topic that's not taken on too often in songwriting, and that is the crazy mother. Yeah, I can tell everybody going, what? You know, there's lots of songs about the crazy things men do, but I thought, you know, I'd been locked down a little too long, I have
Yeah.
to admit.
Yeah.
I said, you know, there's not many crazy mother songs out there. I think I'm going to write a crazy mother song.
Then you forgot that you're in an all-girl band, and
Yeah,
that might not have
yeah.
been a good idea.
And wrote the song. We went in and recorded
there are lots
it.
of parallels.
That is true.
There are lots of parallels.
Okay, that is true.
We're good.
We're good.
Keep
Okay,
going.
that sounded awful deep over there.
It did.
Sorry.
But wrote the song, we recorded it, I released it, and I thought, no one is ever going to listen to this song. I'm going to make every single mother in the planet mad at me. No one will ever listen to this. And back in November of 2020, this song hit number 10 on the Radio Guitar One Indie Folk charts. First song we ever had that made a chart of any type. And so I guess other people have mother issues to deal with as well. So
I'm still shocked that your mom has not heard it yet. Very shocked.
it's a little more, I think, about maybe me than it is her in a lot of ways.
Your,
A song called
your
Perfect Son. though.
independent self.
Was an angel on my shoulder to which my mama whispered lies. Keep me reading a good book to keep me towing the line. Keep me saying my prayers when the day was done. She said the devil on the other kept me from being a perfect son. Spare the rodents for the child, she said it never worked on me. As I went out to the backyard and cut down that whipping tree. And I hopped the first train south when it came my time to run. As I realized nobody could ever be a perfect son. Perfect son, no, now I'm seeing clear. Perfect son, won't find no resolution here. Ain't nothing I could have said, there ain't nothing I could have done. But I'm not sure anybody could ever be a perfect son. I could feel it every time she'd start to shout. I'd hide away and wait it out. 'Cause I knew that it would always end the same. When the dust was settled, I'd be the one who got the blame. Perfect son, oh now I'm seeing clear. Perfect son, won't find no resolution here. Ain't nothing I could have said, there ain't nothing I could have done. But I'm not sure anybody could ever be a perfect son. Perfect son, no I can't take this anymore. Perfect son, I'm headed out the door. Ain't nothing I could have said, there ain't nothing I could have done. But I'm tired of wasting time and trying to be a perfect son.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And to all you wonderful mothers in the audience, we apologize. Well, we're going to do the title track on our CD. We have some of those CDs out in the lobby for sale, and we have T-shirts and stickers, and I think that's it. But we have 2 albums out, and this is the one off of our first album. This is the title track. And when Dad, Derek, whatever your name is, this songwriter thing over here, the banjo player, introduced this song to us, we were really concerned because it was happy. Normally, he writes all these things about people dying and all this kind of crazy stuff, and this was happy. This was like a love song, so we were really concerned for a minute. But then he reassured us, no, he was just trying to write a love song, and here it is. So this is a song called Fragile Hearts.
Like the stars line in the end. but you should think twice, 'cause I'm not sure you realize the train wreck that you're in for. People say we should stop this before it starts. Shouldn't mess with our fragile hearts, 'cause we've been hurt and we're scared of their bruise. Still, why am I falling in love with you? He was cruel, but you are kind. It's not something I'm used to. I know it's time, should move on, but I'm not sure this is the road you wanna travel on. People say we should stop this before it starts. Shouldn't mess with our fragile hearts, 'cause we've been hurt and we're scared and we're bruised. Still, why am I falling in love with you? And I guess it's just hard to believe that someone like you would choose me. So maybe we should try a new start. Open up, let you in my fragile heart. I'm not saying I'm not scared, I know you are too. But I can't help it, I fall in love with you. I can't help it, I fall in love with you. Thank you so much.
We're going to do the song that started all of this for us. 5 years ago, we were sitting at the, a little over 5 years ago, we're sitting at the kitchen table,
Yep. It'll be 6 in September.
6th in September. And I was maybe complaining a little bit about the fact
You
we
were
kinda
pouting.
just moved to Northwest Arkansas. I didn't have a band to play with. I was trying to play some open mics and wanted
Pouting.
to start playing again.
Lamenting.
And Jay, just out of the blue, says, well, we could play with you.
I was joking.
Yeah, she was joking. And 5 years later, here we are. But at the time, we thought, what should every new band do? Don't learn a bunch of songs and get
No.
ready to play gigs.
We don't need that.
Shoot a music video.
Yes.
Learn one song and shoot a music
how you
video.
get
So
famous.
that was our mode. We thought, okay, we're going to do that. So we shot a music video to this song, and we happened to use Jason Miller, who does some great work. Jason does all the videography, though, for the Roots Festival. And Jason decided to release our new music video right in the middle of all the Roots Festival videos, and people mistakenly thought we had something to do with the Roots Festival, and we were in the Roots Festival when we really knew how to play one song, and that one. And all of a sudden, it got all of these plays, and we get an email saying, what are you doing to promote your video? And it's like, nothing, but then we started getting calls to play shows and things, and we had to learn really fast because
Yeah.
we literally knew one song.
We realized you
at a time.
cannot play out with one song.
So
Doesn't work
we
like that.
have always kept this song kind of in our set list because this is the one that kind of started this big mess for us. Song's called Alone Tonight.
Driving 90 miles an hour down a dead-end road, waiting for the end to come. We keep turning off the headlights and letting the engine run. Calling in my name. time for goodbye. Till that sun starts sinking and I find myself alone at night. I don't want to make this right. I don't want to fight. And I don't want to be alone tonight. You know, some things are just destined to fail. You buy a ticket 'cause you want to see the show. We keep waiting for the crash and burn, and it's coming, we both know. Darling, in my mind, it's time for goodbye. Till that sun starts sinking and I find myself alone at night. I don't want to make this right. I don't want to fight. I don't want to be alone tonight. Some things just aren't meant to be. Seems like all we have is chemistry. Long and so strong we can't deny. But it's making a wreck of both of our lives. Darling, in our minds, it's time for goodbye. Till that sun starts sinking and we find ourselves alone at night. We'll pick up the phone, knowing it ain't right. 'Cause I don't want to be alone, and you don't want to be alone tonight. Driving 90 miles an hour down a dead-end road, waiting for the end to come.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Let's go to, yes, let's do. Yes.
Well, this next song comes from a book to which we were all shocked because we didn't know that, playing a banjo, we didn't know you could read.
I know, it's shocking. I have on pants today, too, and shoes both. It's pretty good.
Steve Martin is a prolific banjo player. I don't know if you knew that. Not just the comedy act, but actually he is a phenomenal banjo player. But he has a very scientific method of how to tune a banjo. Did you know this?
No, I did not know.
Okay. Well, it's very scientific. It really depends on the meshing of the electrons, the protons, and the neutrons of the string of the banjo. They have to perfectly align with the moron that's playing it. Have to align.
Hashtag banjo man in an all-girl band.
We keep him on his toes. That's great. But this next song is about a town in Prohibition and a woman who had an amazing job. She was a booze runner. So she would smuggle moonshine from Canada down to the speakeasies in the 20s. And this was mentioned in 2 or 3 lines in this book called The Witness. And the story was just too good. We had to, put a little fictitious flair on it.
Telling her story.
Yes. So here we
Rita.
go. It's called Runnin' Booze.
Most girls I know just looking for a man. Make sure the laundry's full and the cornbread's in the pan. But me, I ain't settling down. It's a secret of what I do. When the sun goes down in this one horse town, I hit the road running blues. Oh, I know every skid row from here to Porter Town. I know where every juice joint in these hills that can be found. And I know every lawman to be bought with twig or two. That's the life I lead to get the money I need on the road running blues.
Some nights I have to flash a leg and give a flirty smile
as I
load up that old Packard and drive many a country mile. But I know all those secrets men don't want their eyes to know. That's why for a little shine I let me go.
Don't think the sheriff don't know about old man Johnson still. Don't think the governor don't know about Madame Marguerite's on the hill. And it's those little secrets that some days you not use to take me away from this no-count place, take me away from running booze.
Some nights I have to flash a leg and give a flirty smile
as I
load up that old Packard and drive many a country mile. But I know all those secrets men don't want their wives to know. That's why for a little shine I let me go.
Prohibition and depression, you see many on his back. And turn him to the bottle, times are hard, I understand. Tonight I'll take my strong box, been hiding in my room. With the money I've been shaving, there'll be no more. Oh, there'll be no more running boo.
Thank you.
Oh man, thank you guys so much. What an amazing show. We're gonna do one more song for you that we always end on. That has become kind of the staple song for this band. This is a song called "1,000 Reasons."
Thousand miles left to go, 1,000 days since I've been home, and I'm tired of this life out here on this road. I miss your touch and your sweet kiss. That's just 2 of the 1,000 things I missed, and I just can't wait till we are alone. There's 1,000 dreams that together will make come true. 1,000 smiles and 1,000 less too. Forget about that world out there tonight. There's only me and you. And those 1,000 reasons I'm still in love with you. The county line is coming close, leaving blacktop for dirt roads. Just over those hills is the end of the line. That little farmhouse sits and waits. This old truck, it don't hesitate, rolling into where I'm meant to be. There's 1,000 dreams that together will make come true. 1,000 smiles and 1,000 less too. Forget about that world out there tonight. There's only me and you, and those 1,000 reasons I'm still in love with you. There's 1,000 dreams that together will make come true. 1,000 smiles and 1,000 less too. Forget about that world out there tonight. There's only me and you, and those 1,000 reasons. For those 1,000 reasons I'll always love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for an amazing afternoon here at the Fayetteville Public Library brand new Performing Arts Center. Oh my goodness, we are so humbled. We are Route 358. Please put your hands together as I introduce the band. Derek Mears on banjo, guitar, and anything with strings. Jody Mears over here killing it on this bass and straw box. And I am Jade Mears. And together we are Route 358. Thank you guys so much. We got merch out front if you're interested. And until then, Fayetteville, we love you so much. Stay safe out there and wash your damn hands.
There's 1,000 dreams that together will make come true. 1,000 smiles and 1,000 less too. Forget about that world out there tonight. There's only me and you, and those 1,000 reasons. For those 1,000 reasons I'll always love you. Thank you so much for the library for having us. And thank you all for hanging with us this afternoon. Thank you. This has been an honor.
Thank you so much.